मैं थोड़ा हरजाप तो हरेक मंडे 7 बजे तुसीं तो मैं आपस में गल्लां करांगे साडी कम्यूनिटी दियां साडे बच्चों दियां साडे बाहर रहंदे NRIयां दियां साडे देश दियां तो जो अजकल दे इशू है सानू अफेक्ट करदे उन्हां दियां So let's talk with Harjap.
Sat Sri Akal, Jianu, Gal Sadi ho rahi hai. Football ware, football refereeing ware. A lot of youngsters watch the program and are interested in football. So today we're going to try and tell you how to all become referees and what we need to do. And we're talking to one of the youngest referees and one of the most experienced Asian referees. Well, probably the most experienced. You were the only one at the time. Jarnail Gill and his sons, dono ke referee Sunny and Bhupender, is it?
Yeah.
Bhupender, we're going to talk to you. How old are you, first of all, if you don't mind me asking?
27.
Right, 27. And you're a referee as well, yeah?
Yeah.
And what level do you referee at?
Same as Sunny, level 4, we do supply league football.
Right.
We do assistant referees on the Contrib League.
Right, okay. When did you start refereeing?
Just 2 years ago.
And you moved, did you start at level 7 you have to start at?
You started at level 7, yeah.
So in 2 years you've moved up 3 levels, right?
3 levels, yeah.
And the highest you can get to is Premiership is number 1?
Number 1, yeah.
Now, what is your aim? Is it to get to number 1 or do you think, or you treat me as like, oh, chalo koi gal nahi, it's a bit of a part-time thing?
No, I want to make it to the top.
You want to make it to the top?
That's the only reason I'm in it.
And what sort of training have you had? So, when you wanted to be a referee, obviously you must have approached your dad,
yeah.
and he probably taught you whatever he knew. But what sort of professional training did you get?
I passed my course when I was about 13.
You passed your referee's course when you were 13?
Yeah, we done it really early, and then I refereed for about a year for the little kids on a Sunday morning, and I just didn't enjoy it.
Right. Why didn't you enjoy it?
I don't know. Obviously being at that age, I wanted to play football.
How old were you when you were refereeing kids?
How old was I when I was refereeing the kids? 14.
Oh right, okay.
14,
so
yeah.
you were probably interested in playing it.
Yeah, I wanted to play, so
you didn't want to referee.
Nah.
It's like someone playing cricket and they make you the umpire. I don't want to umpire, man. I want to be batting or bowling. So,
yeah, so I was just, I think I had about 4 or 5 years playing. Then I thought, you know what, I want to get into refereeing now, because you're a bit mature when you're older, and you can probably handle the pressure that you have refereeing a game. And obviously seeing my dad on TV, you think, you know what, I want to do that.
What was it like when you used to see your dad on TV?
That was brilliant.
Yeah. Yes, you feel proud.
Yeah, very proud.
Round and they say.
Yeah, I used to text my friends. Obviously, being at school as well, I used to tell my friends, that my dad's going to be on this game, on that game. He's going to be the 4th official on this Premiership game. And we used to take all the programs that you'd get at games and give them to the teachers who would ask for them as well. So that was good times.
ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜਰਨੈਲ ਜੀ ਕਦੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਕੱਲੇ ਹੀ ਸੀਗੇ ਫੁੱਟਬਾਲ ਰੈਫਰਿੰਗ ਕੀਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਐਂਡ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਸਿੱਖਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਯਾਰ ਤੂੰ ਕੀ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਤੂੰ ਚੁੱਪ ਕਰਕੇ ਆ ਤੂੰ ਕੀ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਤੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਨਿਆਣੇ ਪਾਲ ਜਾਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਏਦਾਂ ਕਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੱਲ ਹੀ ਇਸ ਫੀਲਡ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਉਣ ਡਿਆ ਕਦੇ ਕੋਈ ਨੈਗੇਟਿਵਿਟੀ ਮਿਲੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ
No negativity at all. I mean, because I was probably more high profile than other people, being Asian, being a Sikh, wearing a turban, I got a lot of encouragement, and I did it for personal reasons, but I also did it to say to other Asian families and parents and children that you can do it irrespective of the colour of your skin. Go out there, work hard, and hopefully in the future you'll have a chance of being on that level.
ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਕੋਈ ਇਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਵੀ ਆਏ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਤੋਂ ਸਲਾਹ ਲੈਣ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਕਿ look, uncle, we want to play football, or, and we don't know what to do, or what to, do you get a lot of that?
Yes, I do. I mean, I actually work for the FA as a volunteer, as a ambassador for sport, and I do attend functions, meetings where I promote, the ethnic minority within football, whether it be football playing or coaching or refereeing, and if they want advice, all they need to do is contact the FA, and then who will then forward them my details, and then I'm going to help our children.
Is the FA's drive to recruit more people from the ethnic minority, whether it's players or referees, or into management or coaches, Is it genuine or is it just a token gesture? The is there a genuine drive? I mean, are they going into the places and meeting the right people? Are they talking to the right kids? I mean, or is it just a general jello? We'll just do our bit and show.
No. I mean, they are trying their best. I mean, obviously, you know, there's a lot of organisations now, you know, come in. There's a lot of Asians now working within the professional game as coaches, and you know, they are then forwarding and passing the details of children who they might think have the potential to go on and go to the next level of football.
Well, Bhupender, let's ask you, why do you think Asians haven't been that successful in football? What, I mean, from what you've seen and from what you've seen of your dad and what you've seen of the FA, why do you think, if everything's there for support, why haven't they been successful?
Personally, I think it's due to the parents.
Right.
I don't think they push them enough. Obviously, from what you discussed before about kids, parents just want their kids to go into either to be a doctor or go into lawyer or be an accountant or whatnot. I mean, I've experienced and I've witnessed it myself being a teacher. I've taught.
लोग इतना ना समझन कि जी बच्चों ਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਕੋਈ ਜੌਬ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਂ ਫੇਲ ਹੋਏ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਪੜ੍ਹੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਰੈਫਰਿੰਗ ਕਰਦੇ ਇਹ ਨਾਲ ਦੀ ਨਾਲ ਟੀਚਰ ਵੀ ਆ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਸੋ ਇਹ 5 ਦਿਨ ਟੀਚ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਵੀਕਐਂਡ ਤੇ 6 ਦਿਨ ਰੈਫਰਿੰਗ ਵੀ ਕਰਦਾ so that's 6 days of your week taken up, right? So you teach as well, so you study now to put out. So and that you must have got support to go into teaching, right? And the government, I understand the government give you a lot of incentives to go into teaching. Because you have to see teacher banana, the government, on paise within there, for I don't is it CPG or the fees within there. And but you're telling me the FA also encourage.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was just obviously because of my dad. I was just into sport anyway when I was at school. That made me wanted to do GCSE PE. Then I took it at A level. Then I did sports science at university. That got me into teaching. But in terms of going back to the point about the parents, I've worked at 2 different schools. My first one was at Cranford. I worked there for a year. Majority Asians in the school. And when it came to parents' evening, and obviously they came to see me to see how the kids were doing at GCSE PE level. They had no interest. They weren't bothered. They were like, "Going to sporty, gosh, nahi hunda." You know,
to see the teacher, you must see it every day, right?
And then
so, apne parents bother me.
No, I don't think so. Now that children,
ਦੱਸ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿ ਜੇ ਵਧੀਆ ਸਪੋਰਟਸ ਬਣਿਆ ਹਫਤੇ ਦਾ 50000 ਰੁਪਏ ਲੈ ਸਕਦਾ ਫਿਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਇੰਟਰਸਟ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਸੈਨ ਸੂਨ ਛੱਡ ਪੁੱਤ ਫੁੱਟਬਾਲ ਖੇਲਿਆ ਕਰ
but I think also then people don't realize how difficult it is to be a football player. I don't think a lot of people realize how hard it is. You have to be a special player to make it to the top.
Do you reckon the kids lack a lot of commitment? Because you need to be committed, right?
Yeah, 100%.
You don't understand footballers have special diets.
Yeah, 100%.
You can go out and get drunk every night and then go to a gig and then come back in the morning and want to play football.
That's exactly what happens. As soon as kids get to that age of 18, all they want to do is go out, meet their friends.
Yeah, it happened to me, and it still hasn't stopped. But you know, it's natural what happens, and I think Asian society which काफी ज़्यादा है to an extent के instead of it's all about gigs and sessioning.
That's it.
Yeah, and we'll have a good go out and grab a kebab afterwards. You know, now you go to all these restaurants and you know you can have a live barbecue and all. That's what it's generally all about, copying and maybe the Punjabi lifestyle.
That's our culture. It's our culture.
It's our culture.
Yeah, we've seen even at the tournaments it's different, but we've seen so many players that are you think you know what he could make it, they could make it, but then they get introduced to the sharab and the clubs and then it's downhill from there.
These sports, they lack a lot of professionalism. I mean, you're probably going to get upset from me saying this, but let's take kabaddi for instance. Kabaddi देखो जिन्नी मेरा ख्याल kabaddi वाले हर एक को कहते हैं कि जी नशे छड़ाओ सी नशियां ਦੇ against ਆ मैं खुद टूर्नामेंटां ਤੇ ਗਿਆ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਸ਼ਰਾਬ ਦੀ ਸੇਲ ਟੂਰਨਾਮੈਂਟ ਤੇ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ ਠੇਕੇ ਵਾਲੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੋਰ ਕੋਈ ਦਿਨ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਤਾਂ ਰੋਜ਼ ਟੂਰਨਾਮੈਂਟ ਸੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਲਾਓ ਪਿੰਡਾਂ 'ਚ and when we used to hear about football tournaments and the clubs used to go and etc. The boys would always be talking about the football less. They'd be talking about we're going Broad Street tonight. We're going to have a drink up and have a carpy. Is that still the way it is, do you reckon, or has it become a bit more professional now?
I think it's a lot more professional now because they want to put their own towns on the map. And you know, some of them do sometimes get paid as well, so they've got an incentive to win tournaments. But it's the old mentality, isn't it? You know, it's you don't get nothing in life if you put nothing in. You know, you only reap the rewards by hard work and
What
effort.
sort of minute you want to do?
Yeah.
And I suppose for that, it was also very important about the society you pick, you want to stay with, right? Because if you're going to stay with people who copy, you're going to end up as one of them. Yeah. And it all depends. If you're going to hang around with professional people who are like-minded, you know, if you're going to hang around and who want to get somewhere in life, probably your life will be focused towards that end, as opposed to. Do you think that has a big sort of thing to play, especially in this area where it's like Cranford, Hounslow, Hayes?
Yeah.
If you look at it, just this population, just around area, it must be about 200,000 apne bande, Punjabi bande there, probably even more if you count Pakistanis and Bangladeshis, and Kashmiris. But not one single person has made it out of there into sports. Whereas into cricket, we can say, so you got Monty Panessa, you got Sajid Mahmood, you got Varun Chopra, you got a few other young players, Samit Patel. So England cricket team koi na koi Asian to hunda hi hai. Even up to Nasser Hussain, who's up to like. But in the football, it's totally different game.
I think that's down to the way society's changed now. I mean, when me and Sunny used to come back from school, the first thing we used to do is just go out, get a football and go and play down the park or down the end of the road, down the street and play football. Now they come home, computers, Facebook.
They're really good at FIFA. We must have some FIFA champions. I bet we've got some Lionel Messi's of the FIFA world.
That's all they do.
Yeah.
I mean, if your parents ain't going to push you to get out on the street, either kick a ball or even go and play cricket or go and play basketball or squash or badminton, do something just to keep fit and active, I mean, then you ain't going to stand a chance. If your parents ain't going to push you, nobody else is.
I guess when we were young, we used to have youth clubs.
Yeah.
So there's a youth club and you could play badminton, football, cricket there. Ajkal no sara redundant hi ho gaya kam. And ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਬੱਚੇ are more happy to watch TV or to sit in front of a PlayStation or an Xbox or ਜੋ ਵੀ ਹੈਗਾ and play the games rather than go out there and lazy ho gਏ ਕਿਸਮ ਦੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ as opposed to ਕੋਈ ਹੁਣ ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੁਪਰਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਵੀ ਆਣਾ ਟੈਸਕੋ ਵੀ ਆਣਾ ਤਾਂ ਵੀ ਗੱਡੀ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਓ ਕੋਈ ਤੁਰ ਕੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਿਤੇ ਰਾਜੀ ਨਹੀਂ and plus ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਮਾਹੌਲ ਵੀ ਇਦਾਂ ਦਾ I think with the parents ਡਰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ send their kids out alone anymore with the recent the crime ਦਾ increase ਅੱਗੇ ਸੀ ਛੋਟੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ about 7-8-year-olds ਅਸੀਂ ਇਕੱਲੇ ਪਾਰਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਇਕੱਠ 8 ਵਜੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੋਏ ਤੱਕ ਆ ਜਾਣਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਕੋਈ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਮਾਪਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਘਰਦਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਹੁਣ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੋਚਦੇ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ 7-8 year old ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ even 11-12-year-old ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ ਬਾਹਰ ਘੱਲਣਾ we always tell them you're not going to go out more than this and you're not going to go you don't talk to strangers and because you fear for what the sort of society is like nowadays do you think that's a part to play with ਮਾਪੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਲਈ ਡਰਦਾ ਹੀ ਹੈ
Not when it comes to football. Right. No, it's just a matter of education. I mean, in the old days, as I said, the individuals who were coaching the players didn't have the skills, didn't have the coaching badges. But as the years are progressing, we're learning that you need the right kind of coaching. So our Apne Bande are now getting their coaching badges, and they're actually teaching our children proper methods of training and what they should be doing, what they should be eating, training-wise. So it's a slow process, but I think we will get there sooner or later.
Do you think clubs have instructed their scouts to go out and find an Asian player? Do you know that? Or not?
To be honest with you, at the end of the day, the clubs don't care whether you're Kala, you're Gora, you're Chinese. If you've got the ability, they will take you.
Right.
And especially within the populations where we have got a high minority of the ethnic people living, the only people who are going to gain are the clubs itself, because more Asians will go and watch football.
Okay. Are the clubs aware now of India jo hagi hai? It's a really big market, just like China is, Japan is. ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅਕਸਰ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਕਿ ਕੋਈ ਚਾਈਨੀਜ਼ ਪਲੇਅਰ ਜਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਜੈਪਨੀਜ਼ ਪਲੇਅਰ ਪ੍ਰੀਮੀਅਰਸ਼ਿਪ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੇਲਸ ਵਧ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਉਸ ਮੁਲਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰੈਵਨਿਊ ਵਧ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ and now we've got more Asians on the board, like Blackburn's board, they're Indian, from what I understand. Tony Fernandez is of Asian origin, Malaysian, right? So, and also there used to be a brothers called the Kumar brothers, they used to own Birmingham. Right, so surely there clubs must have woken up to India to paise bahut hai, to paise on the market bahut zyada.
The market's obviously there, and it's those names you mentioned, they're all business people.
Yeah.
Are they sport people? I don't know, but they're all business
They know how to make a buck.
They know how to make a buck.
Yeah.
You know, and what they need to do is, you know, spend money back home as well. You know, again, what's happening here is teach and educate coaches, because they are going to be coaching the future generations who are, you know, going to be playing football.
But how long is that going to take? ਇੱਥੋਂ ਤਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਏਸ਼ੀਅਨ ਪਲੇਅਰ ਤਾਂ ਬਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਇਆ ਉਹ the facilities ਨਾਲ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਕੁਝ ਅਵੇਲੇਬਲ ਹੈਗਾ ਤਾਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਤਾਂ ਮੇਰਾ ਖਿਆਲ 100 ਸਾਲ ਲੱਗ ਜੂਗੇ for someone. So that's going to take ages, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you don't try, you're not going to succeed, are you? You have to try.
No, I agree. You have to try it. But in the fact is, then why should they think we should invest that much for all of them years?
Because if they were to get somebody who had the potential, who went on, don't forget these people will be agents as well. Agents take money and percentages, so they can make a good living out of it as well. But you know, it's a matter of education. I keep on saying.
We're going to go to a break now, and सारी गल्लां बाकी कर रहे हैं इसी break तो बाद about what exactly you किसने referee बनना हुआ है, what exactly they have to do, who should they contact, and what sort of channels they need to go through. वो सारे ऐसी गल्लां करेंगे break तो बाद.
मैं ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਹਰਜਾਪ ਤੇ ਹਰੇਕ ਮੰਡੇ 7 ਵਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੀਆਂ, ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੀਆਂ, ਸਾਡੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ NRIਆਂ ਦੀਆਂ, ਸਾਡੇ ਦੇਸ਼ ਦੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਜੋ ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ ਦੇ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਹੈਗੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਅਫੈਕਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ. So let's talk with Harjap.